Hello, I'm Damien McFerrin,
And I'm Tom Whitehead.
and we're here today to discuss the big news of the day, which is the announcement of the new 3DS hardware.
Yeah.
We've not got it with us. These aren't, just before you think we have, we've just got these to, do a comparison really. So we've seen the new hardware. They're going to be releasing it in two flavours.
Yeah, this October in Japan. We should say that they've only confirmed. Well, they'll be coming out to the West, but they're only announced for Japan in terms of a release date.
Yeah,
looks
Nintendo.
like 2015 for the West.
Yeah, Nintendo Europe have confirmed it's going to be 2015. So.
Yeah. But it was out of the blue. I
It
thought
was totally out of the blue.
A Japanese Japan-only 3DS Direct, and there's new hardware.
We expected it just to be wall-to-wall RPG news.
Pretty
it
much.
wasn't really going to.
Yeah.
So yeah, I mean, it sort of parallels to this sort of 2DS announcement, I suppose, and the original XL announcement. It was kind of sprung.
Yeah.
So the big things about these two machines in terms of there are features that are consistent across both of them, aren't they?
Well, yeah, they're based on. So again, there's going to be a standard model and an XL model.
Well, I suppose the comparable sizes to these two, aren't they?
Yeah, I think there's a slight increase in size for the standard model at least.
Yes, yeah.
But yeah, the main difference is they're going to be more stylish inside, for one thing. There'll be coloured face buttons, but there's going to be, what are we calling it? A C pad?
It's a nipple.
C,
it's a nipple.
C
Let's
nipple.
call it a nipple. Yeah.
A circle nibble?
Circle nipple. I mean, they've called it the C-pad
Nubbin?
purely to cater for the Smash Brothers audience, I think, haven't they?
Initially, watching the broadcast, we thought it was a button, but no, there's a little analog.
It's going to be about there, isn't
Bit
it?
like, yeah.
So you're going to be holding it.
And the way they're pitching it is that it basically replaces all the functionality you have with the Circle Pad Pro, standard or XL.
Because there's extra buttons on the back, and the
so
shoulder buttons are going to be.
I guess where we have these sort of random indents in this model, there's going to be ZR and ZL buttons next to the shoulders, so it'll just be a case of left to right. So they demonstrated it with Monster Hunter, but Smash. I think the fact they compared it to a GameCube C stick suggests it's going to be used in Smash Brothers as well. And they were sort of promoting the fact you could easily move from the face buttons up to this little analog.
And they've shifted the position of the start and select buttons as well. They're in a different place now, aren't they? They're sort of down here.
And the game cart will go in at the bottom.
That's going to be an interesting change. And the stylus dock's at the bottom as well, I think now,
I think the main thing, to be honest, is it's essentially a second circle pad.
Yeah, that's going to be a big...
And that's
something
fans have been demanding for a long time.
They've been calling for that for ages. And then NFC is the other big thing as well, isn't it? For Amiibo, that's going to be...
it looks like the touch screen, or underneath the touch screen, there'll be an NFC reader. So people with these models are still going to have to buy the little port.
Which is what
portal.
we
but
assume plugs into there.
Upgrade, you just plop the figurine on the touch screen.
It's going to be handy.
Easy as that.
And also faster CPU, it seems to be what people are taking from the announcement as well.
I think a bit like the DSi, it'll speed up downloads. Miiverse or one
eShop.
The operating system will be quicker, although maybe a bit of controversy in that Xenoblade Chronicles was announced or shown for 3DS, a port of the Wii game,
and it's going to be exclusive.
It seems to be the case, based on what we can tell from the video and what everyone is saying, is that that will only work on the new model.
That's going to be a real sticking point, I think, isn't it? Because you're going to have all those millions of people with 3DSs already that are going to have to upgrade if they want to play that game.
Yeah, how common will that be? And
will it cannibalise sales of the game? Will it sort of like will the game sort of not sell as well because it's, I suppose cannibalise isn't the right word. Will it limit the sales of the game because it's?
I honestly expect the number of new exclusive games to be very, very low because I don't get the sense the CPU jump is
that
massive.
Significant. Yeah.
I mean the video of Xenoblade Chronicles.
It looked a bit choppy, didn't it?
The frame rate was pretty poor in one section. Really poor, worse than on Wii. So clearly, although the CPU makes it possible, it doesn't sort of revolutionise and make it a whole new generation of handheld or anything.
It's a pretty.
So
drastic...
I think it'll be pretty limited.
Yeah.
We might not even see that one in the West.
No. It's a pretty drastic upgrade though to the 3DS, and I would say it gives it. I mean, the 3DS hardware is looking a bit tired compared to what a lot of portables out there. But then I would say that would perhaps, even though it doesn't bolster it that much, like you say, in terms of graphics. That gives it a little bit more lifespan.
Well, the DSi sort of move things on from the light enough to sort of give it another, was it 2.5 years?
Roughly around about that, wasn't it? Yeah.
I mean, we've been talking in the office about 3DS needed a boost.
It did,
because
yeah,
it's
definitely.
starting to tile,
Yeah.
it's certainly aging in terms of the tech.
And
so-
2015 is looking a bit bare in terms of
Yeah.
big titles. I suppose the other things we've not touched on yet of announcements are also the moving from SD to micro SD.
Yeah.
So that's going to be smaller media, and I'd say probably more common media. A lot of people have got micro SD cards lying around.
I think something else we've also missed is improved 3D viewing. Actually.
Yeah.
It's funny that Nintendo's been kind of not ignoring 3D, but not selling it as a feature much in recent times. But from what we can gather, the camera will track your head movement.
Yeah, head tracking sounds interesting.
It's something they kind of patented in a home console space.
Yeah.
Earlier in the year.
Yeah.
But yeah, it'll track your head and it'll adjust where
That could
the
be
3D is displaying.
But yeah.
So that in theory, if you tilt it like that,
It will know you're.
it's not going to destroy the effect, which is a big complaint. Really.
Yeah.
Both models.
Yeah.
It's better on this. But
I've also been
any
seeing
slight movement messes it up. So
there's reports that the screens are going to be less blurry as well. I mean,
Yeah.
I don't really see the screens as that blurry anyway. But
yeah, there was a comparison. It's hard to tell in a YouTube video.
Yeah.
To be honest, it's something you'd have to see in action.
Yeah. So, and then also sort of peripheral announcements were sort of, which aren't limited just to these new machines that we've got coming out, that'll be able to use them on your old ones as well, is the theme idea.
Mm-hmm.
The idea of interchangeable themes, which I think is quite. I mean, it's
Yeah.
why is it taking them so long to do that? You know, I mean, it's not something I've really requested, but then when I saw it on the video, I did think that's something they should have had from day one, because the themes do look great. It is easy money, yeah. Assuming that, I mean, no one really knows yet how they're going to be retailed. It could be that they're free. I would imagine they're going to be paid for content, those themes.
Yeah.
No one actually knows as yet what's
I think
happening.
There's a Retro Mario one they showed on A Link Between Worlds. I'd expect Retro Mario to be free.
Yeah, I mean, that might come as
It's
part
just
of the...
like, this is a thing that's happening.
Yeah, it's a system update in October is what they've been confirmed, at least in Japan. So the system update will allow the themes to be installed. We don't know whether there's any installed with it. I mean, like you say, there could be some pre-installed. But yeah, I mean, that sounds like a great idea to me, and that's a way of customising your machine a little bit, giving it that extra sort of bit.
I'm pretty excited about it. I mean, I have to admit, it's the XL is a day one upgrade for me, and I think this will be
Absolutely,
as well.
yeah. I mean, there's just a second circle pad has got me interested. I mean, as I've said to you in the office, I might even be inclined to go for the smaller version, because it does seem to be a miniaturised XL in terms of the shape, rather than the different shape like the old one.
And the screens are marginally bigger. On the standard model. I think they're marginally bigger in the XL as well.
And the smaller version will have, we believe at this point,
Yeah.
there's interchangeable faceplates
Yeah.
that will be, we think, exclusive to the smaller version.
Yeah, the reason we think that is that the new LL, as it is in Japan, the new XL is flat at the bottom like this, whereas the standard seems to have a little ridge
For fitting
just
in.
above the camera, the two cameras. And in the video demonstration, they were sliding across, so it's just you slide it in, it clips.
I suppose that could be
both ends. So
maybe that's
I think
aimed
in the
at
video
children.
it's only the standard model as well. They were doing. I think it is aimed.
The smaller version is going to be aimed at kids, and they'll want interchangeable faceplates.
Parents will still buy
the XL for them.
I think the fact the screens are bigger on the small one makes it more appealing, because they are tiny.
Yeah, I suppose the only question is the circle pad, fitting that on such a smaller machine. I mean, on the XL, it makes sense because there's a little bit of space.
I think it'll work, because we've got to remember, even with the Circle Pad Pro, the second pad, there aren't many shooters.
It's just camera adjustment.
Yeah,
really,
so it's mainly for games like Monster Hunter. It'll be used in Xenoblade.
Yeah.
It's really just to shift the camera before you carry on. It's not like we're playing Call of Duty.
No, you're not going to be doing that. So yeah, I mean, the prices, I think the prices I've seen, it's just below £100 for the smaller version, and just over £100 for the XL in Japan, based on currency conversions. I mean, I would imagine they're aiming at maybe the same price as what the XL is retailing for over here now.
I think these models will go down
in price, and then the new ones,
$20-$30, whatever.
And the new ones will take that place.
I mean, the 2DS, I can't imagine the 2DS living much longer now, because they might release these
with parental.
Well, these will probably get a price cut.
Oh, you mean the standard models?
So I'm not sure about the 2DS, but
I don't know. 2DS maybe drop down to £50 in the UK.
Maybe.
And then that's like your starting thing, and then the new ones.
I think certainly if the new model is the same price as the current XL and current standards, it'll do very well.
Yeah.
Because these are already pretty good
value. Yeah.
Value.
Yeah. Okay. Right, well that's our quick reactions.
Yeah.
We're going to post a bit more editorial up on the site about the machine, everything you need to know. We're going to try and cover all the details, so if you want to know anything about the new 3DS then hit Nintendo Life and we'll tell you everything about it. Thanks for watching.
Thank you.